Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live with the Roxy on this Monday, March 29th at 2 p.m. I am a little late today for multiple different reasons. Number one, when it rains, it pours, and just so much fell on my plate this morning. And I've just been trying to get out from under it. And then number two, to be 100% upfront and honest with you guys, I started listening to the Derek Chauvin trial, and I felt truly fucking ill listening to it. It was so... It's so upsetting and frustrating, and I made it through the opening statements, and then I was listening to them interview this dispatcher, and I feel sick. I feel sick. And I know today I'm saying that we're talking about Obi-Wan and the casting, and that's awesome. And I could use the distraction. And I'm sure a lot of you guys can too. So we're going to be talking about that because justice for Hayden Christensen, because you guys know I love him. We're also going to be talking about Russell Crowe and his casting in Thor, Love and Thunder. But this is a roller coaster show. And I talk about that all the time here, about how we are I don't want to say well-rounded, because well does not feel like the right word, but we are a rounded show. We talk about politics, we talk about TV, we talk about movies, we talk about my personal life, we talk about you guys, we talk about advice. And I'm watching this Derek Chauvin trial, who I've been calling Derek Chauvin for a really long time, but they call him Chauvin, so not that I really give a flying fuck how I pronounce his name. And so, yeah. It's only going to be a half an hour show today, because since I'm going up late, I have to tape a match, and I've just got shit to do, but I didn't want to miss Live with Roxy today. So we will talk about that in a little bit. Actually, you know what? We'll talk about that right now. We'll talk about Obi-Wan and Russell in a little bit, because that's what I'm thinking about. And I'm sure a lot of you guys are thinking about too. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer, super chat in as well. If you've been watching the trial, God, it is crazy. I'm surprised with myself with how hard this hit me. For anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, because it has been a little bit of time. Obviously, I'm talking about the trial for Derek Chauvin, who is the murderer of George Floyd, and is being tried for second degree, third degree, and manslaughter of George Floyd. And the trial started today. And I was watching the pre-show, going into it, pre-show. I don't even know what to call that. For lack of better words, like all the interviews and hype around this trial. I don't mean hype as a positive term. I just mean all of the conversations around it. And I started to feel that pit in my stomach. And then I started watching the opening statements and rehearing about everything, but just hearing about, I don't know how somebody, this is coming from emotion and not logic right now. So I hope that that's clear. I don't know how somebody defends Derek Chauvin, and the defense is that this was not murder. The defense seemingly is that that George was on drugs, that he had a big heart, that he had other medical conditions. But those things are, I don't understand how we can claim that that's how he died when he was killed. So how do we, I don't understand. I get there has to be a trial, and that's our system, but this trial is supposed to last for 4 weeks. And just from day one of this, I feel fucking ill. And imagine the people who actually knew him and loved him and were close to him, and the effect this is having on the world. So like I said, he's being charged for second, third-degree murder, second-degree manslaughter. The jury is made up of 15 people. 9 of those 15 people are white people, which might play some part in this. I don't know to what way, but it's relevant. It's expected to take 4 weeks. And the courthouse is surrounded by concrete barriers and razor wire, as obviously there are protesters out there. Oof, oof. By a show of bunnies, who is watching this trial? I'm curious if any of you guys did the same thing I did. Wake up, 7 a.m., protesting started, and the streams all started, and then everybody was live streaming this, and then I was trying to get work done, but I had this on in the background, and then I was like, this is not a background thing. This is not like a casual, I'm not like watching the fucking cooking channel. I need to pay attention what's happening. And then I was so consumed by it. And then I started feeling so fucking violently ill. And I started getting pissed. And nothing's even happened yet in terms of no decisions have been made. But as the opening statement from the other side was talking about, this man was found with this in his system and his heart was very big. And I'm like, are you really, how is this a fucking argument? And again, I know that none of this is coming out as educated sounding as I am or as fucking put together, but I'm an emotional being too. And I'm listening to this and I want to punch a fucking wall. I would not be able to sit on this jury. I would not be able to sit on this jury. And I try to think of myself as a very logical person, but hearing all of this is just like, just so all consuming and frustrating. So yeah. Ryan Payne says, I woke up early morning. I catch up on the afternoon. Mohammed says, watch it very little. Brittany Parker sending bunnies. Weston Iris said gaslighting. Yeah. Brittany says, I had to turn it off after that bullshit, to be honest. I know. Rob says, to be honest, I just get angry hearing the defense. Very difficult. Me too. And I get that that's somebody's job, but I'm just like, how is that somebody's job? What is that person like who decides that that's what they want to do with their life? Oof. Cena says 4 weeks, convict his ass so his family can move on with their lives. Adrian says, I don't swear that much, but what the fuck? Yeah. Jake says it's one of those things where if I watch, I can't focus on work. I know, because that's what I was trying to do. Just have it on in the background, and then I was like, "What the fuck? This is not the background. This is. It's just so constant." And I was trying to listen to every word, and then I feel like sometimes when I'm so angry and frustrated, I see red, and then it's like that buzzing noise and you're not even listening anymore. And then all of a sudden I would miss, and then I would try to rewind. And then I'm like, am I rewinding this trial? What the fuck am I doing? Yikes to all of that. So for anybody else who had that be their morning, I feel for you guys, not as much as I feel for fucking George Floyd though, and his loved ones. And this is a very, very important trial. This is one of the biggest trials of my lifetime, of a lot of our lifetimes. And we'll see what happens here. But the thing that is so frustrating at the end of the day is that there is no way for justice to be served. We can get more justice than less justice, but justice is inventing a fucking time machine and going back in time and giving this man his life back. And that can never happen. So when everybody's like, justice needs to be served, it's at the very fucking minimum. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling today. Let's see what's going on in the Streamlabs, and then I swear we will distract ourselves. We will talk about some things that are unrelated to this, some castings, and we actually have some exciting castings for today. So at least we can be on this roller coaster together. Going in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer on this 28th of March, as I said, 29th of March. Got the date wrong. Good start, Rox. At 1:52 in the morning, Weston Iro was up. What's up, Weston? Weston said, musically inclined android Sir Elton John said recently he's been working on something with Metallica. I'm not even a Metallica fan, and this has my curiosity. Wow, damn. Elton John and Metallica, what's good? Talk to me. Glenn Caesar says, Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankinson, Jonathan Mattingly, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Hope today is the day. Justice for all the people who've lost their lives due to excessive force. Hashtag say their names. It doesn't feel right that Derek Chauvin is on trial and Miles, Brett, and Jonathan are fucking at Starbucks. That doesn't feel right when they broke into her home when she was asleep and they murdered her when she had done nothing. That feels fucking wrong. Our justice system is so, again, for lack of better words, random. It's so random, which is just really frustrating because you just never even know who's going to get their due and who's not, because it's not, the sky is not blue for everybody, apparently. For some people, the sky is fucking pink. For some people, the sky doesn't even exist. So goddamn frustrating. Sorry, something's happening outside. It's pretty loud. I hope you guys are okay. Hopefully you can't even hear it that much. Glenn also says, hello, good afternoon. Roxy Rocks, RJ, Skittles, Chunk, GPS, Misdirection, Silver the Elf, Zilla, Queen Badges, Dimple, Schmodown Modi. How are you? Love to Grammy and Popo. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you and yours. Hosting SEN Live will be great. Thank you. I'm okay. We've got to get a new person to help out with Grammy and Popo at night, and that's just been adding a lot of stuff, but we will figure it out. And yes, I am okay. I'm okay. Thank you for asking. Oh, sorry. It's so loud out there. They're mowing the grass, I think, which is weird because I don't even have any grass. Glenn also said, good thoughts and good vibes to you, RJ, on garnering all your much-deserved success. Good luck with the hosting, filming, auditions, and or booking other projects coming up. What's for you is your, because you are earning it, because you fucking rock, Chunk. You go back and forth between me rocking and me being fire. I wonder when I rock and I wonder when I'm fire. Remember, Roxy, and everyone else who shows up for you. You're kind, you're smart, you're unique, and being so unselfishly loving and supportive of others, including strangers on the internet, means your story is important, deserves to be seen and heard. Thank you. Positive thoughts to you, RJ, and all the rock stars and girlfriends who show up and give their support whenever, however they can. Don't forget, when it gets tough, you be by yourself. You're not alone. Everyone who's battling, keep on fighting. You're a winner. The Invincible show is, that was the end of Glenn's. Thanks, Glenn. Hitman Hudson says, the Invincible show is one of the greatest comic things I've ever seen. I'm hearing that from a lot of people, and I'm saying this only after 3 episodes. Very excited to see Moses Ingram of the Queen's Gambit fame in the Obi-Wan show, watching the NASCAR race at the moment. Wow. I forget NASCAR exists half the time. Is that bad? Sorry. Adrian Bailey in the house. Yes, Adrian. Hi, Roxy. I'm glad you like the photo I took today. It's 3 beauties and the beast. Don't say that. Thanks for saying I'm the best last night. I don't get told that a lot. You are most definitely the best, Rox. You have the best smile ever, and I love you, my friend. Thanks. You got it, Adrian. You rock. Melbourne in the house. Melbourne says, Roxy, as someone who has trouble speaking, got a bad stutter issue, seeing you as such a great host speaker is always inspiring. I know you may not be where you want to be, but a lot can relate to that as we strive for more. Know that you are a success, XO. That is really sweet. That is really sweet. I appreciate that. I think that, first of all, for people who have trouble speaking or stuttering issues, remember that the president of the goddamn frickin' United States of America has a stutter. So I'm not saying that means, but people with stutters can do anything. One of the players on my team, the Stars, has a stutter as well. And some of my friends growing up. And honestly, people need to have patience in that arena. And it's just something that is a part of life and doesn't mean anything about who you are, how smart you are, or how people view you. So hopefully you know that and you have self-love, because you really should. Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, hey, Dimple Tits Roxy, on a lighter note, way to be a champ last night. You didn't have to be as anxious as you were, rolling on the floor laughing. Have you been doing any new writing lately? Just curious about where your creative mind is lately. The hair looks gorgeous. Thank you. I haven't been doing as much writing, but some. And yeah, I don't know. People were like, but you do this on Instagram. Something about choosing the questions and answering it in 15 seconds as opposed to this. It's hard for me to really be the person who questions are being asked to. I like to ask the questions. So it's just a wee bit difficult for me. If you guys have any questions, though, or comments or concerns, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer or super chat in as we continue to roller coaster our way on through this show. Bryce Ratliff says, Roxy, I just got a New York Times alert that Ghislaine Maxwell was just charged for the first time with sex trafficking of a minor. No fucking way. They charged Ghislaine Maxwell? Bryce, tell me more. New York Times? Whoa. Faces new charges as U.S. prosecutors expand criminal case in sex crimes case. I mean, as she fucking should be charged. Anybody else watch fucking Filthy Rich? Ugh. Whew. Thanks for letting me know, Bryce. We haven't talked about her in a while. Women on women crime. Trash. Fucking trash garbage fuck. Sorry, that's not nice for me to say, but I don't care. She's a goddamn nightmare. Chris Berg says, hey, Roxy, it's your girl Avery coming to LA in 3 weeks to prepare for my show. My dad and I will be cruising in LA. Tell us where to go hang out at. That's amazing, Avery. We're all so happy for you and excited for you. We can't wait till you can give us more details so we can support you and the rock stars can show up for our girl Avery. Where should you go hang out? Well, definitely in 3 weeks from now, we're going to be in April. It's going to be beautiful outside as it is already. For sure, the beaches. Make sure you try Venice Beach and Santa Monica and 3rd Street Promenade. If you can get your dad to take you a little shopping, you could do some great hikes. There's Griffith Park and there's Runyon. You can see the Hollywood sign. There's a lot to do, Avery. LA is a great place to live. Just saying. Shout out to my friend Ryan Nelson for being in here also. He says, rock stars. We say Ryan. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah. All right. Like I said, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything else you would like to add to the conversation, we are getting out of here relatively early today, probably in 10 minutes. So get those in now, get them in loud, get them in proud. Jake Yakoveta says, like I said earlier, his existing medical condition didn't have to do with the knee on his fucking neck for 8 minutes. I know. That's why it's so hard to watch, because it's like him having drugs in his system, or him having a medical condition with his heart, or him with the counterfeit bills, whatever past things they want to pull into it. What the fuck does that have to do with, we know how he died? It's not like he said, or whatever. We know how it happened. So infuriating. Weston Ira and the streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer says, big congrats to Brittany Parker, who had her first live stream today. No way. That's fucking awesome. Did you hear about a hopefully small portion of Snyder Cut fans review bombing Godzilla vs. Kong? I don't know what that means. Did you hear about a hopefully small portion of the Snyder Cut fans review bombing Godzilla vs. Kong? So they were saying bad things about Godzilla vs. Kong, like they made it seem worse. I did not hear about that. Like, people sometimes just have way too much fucking time on their hands. Congrats to Brittany for doing her stream. That's effing awesome. Shame on anybody who review bombs anything. Get a fucking life. Get a fucking life. What the fuck is that shit? It's a no from me, dog. Yep, it's gonna be a no from me, dog. Oh, what kind of no? It's just a no from me, dog. Yeah. But now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about Obi-Wan. I'm sure at this point, because we are a couple hours into the day, and this was announced this morning around 9 a.m., you guys probably have talked about this with your friends, your family, you watched SEN, you did your jam, and you already have thoughts about the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show cast being stacked. We're going to talk about it here anyway, because I love this. You guys know I'm the most casual Star Wars fan on the planet, but I love Star Wars. I don't know shit, but I love watching Star Wars. That's all I know. And so I'm stoked to talk about it. And so are you guys, which is great. Andrew Thomas says, hey, beautiful Roxy, I'm excited for the Obi-Wan casting news. Hayden gets a second chance, although I thought he did great in Jumper. This is the main story for the day because of my boy Hayden. Hayden, not hate out, hate in. And guess who's back? Guess who's in? It's Hayden Christensen. Listen, I've wanted justice for Hayden for a really long time. I love him in the prequels. I think that everybody else is blind. I don't know what y'all are looking at. I don't know what y'all are hearing. He is a godsend to the prequels, and I love him. And apparently he is joining as Darth Vader. He's joining Ewan McGregor in the Obi-Wan series. So that's a yes from me. The returning Star Wars cast also includes Joel Edgerton, who I think is phenomenal, and Bonnie Piesse, sorry that I butchered that name, who played young Owen and Beru Lars in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. And then the newly announced cast members, as one of you guys Streamlabs in about, Moses Ingram from The Queen's Gambit, Camille Nanjiani from The Big Sick, Indira Varma, who we know from Game of Thrones, Rupert Friend, who we know from Homeland, O'Shea Jackson Jr., who this site says we know from Den of Thieves, but I think we know from a lot of different places. A lot of these actors we do. Sung Kang from The Fast and the Furious, and Simone Kessel from Of Kings and Prophets, Benny Safdie from Pieces of a Woman, which I still haven't seen yet, but I heard really interesting things. And that just is a really, really well-rounded, dope-ass cast. I look at that and I'm just like, okay, these are some quality actors. And the most quality being Hayden Christensen. He's a quality. Also, Camille's abs are second place in terms of the most quality actor, Hayden. And then Camille's abs come in really quickly. Because I think he's been hard for a reason. Just gonna let that kind of simmer into the conversation. Ewan McGregor's incredible too. Ewan McGregor's incredible. There's a lot of great people here. I have a feeling if my dear friend Alex Damon and my dear friend Molly Damon were watching the show right now, they would be like, what on earth makes Roxy think she is qualified to have this conversation? Like, what the fuck is she talking about? And here's what I'm talking about. I like the character of Obi-Wan. I like that we're doing an Obi-Wan series. I don't know jack shit about shit. I love Hayden Christensen. And these actors are really good actors. So for me, this is a mad win. Yes. I don't even really know what it means that two of the characters are coming back. Two of the other characters. Like, that's cool. I don't know what that means for the story. Because casual as fuck. Casual as fuck. But love it. But casual. Curtis Mason says Hayden Christensen was a badass in Takers. Hayden Christensen's a badass in everything he does. He's brilliant. He does not get nearly enough credit. I love him. Hate sand, but love him. See what I did there? Let me know your guys' thoughts. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider. Super chat in. Any questions, comments, or concerns about this casting? Would love to hear from you guys. Let's see what Paul 3JP said. Rox, how's your Monday going? Hope it's off to a solid start and you're ready to crush this week. Finally feeling better after that first Dax, but Def knocked me on my ass. I feel that. Just booked my flight and Airbnb for 2 weeks in Austin for my birthday. Let's fucking go. You're going on a 2-week vacation for your birthday to Austin? You're going to be 34? Why are you going on just for your 34th birthday? You're spending 2 weeks on vacay? Apollo, you make weird moves, my friend. You do you, though. My Monday's going fine. Thanks for asking. Glenn Caesar in the house says, let's go, Smets, and everyone fighting for today, tomorrow, and more. Smash cancer, be most excellent. RJ and Rockstar, show up for people who need it. That makes you fucking fire, humane, and worthy. Cheers to fuck yeah news and laughter for us all in 2021 and beyond. Thanks for always being there and here for us. RJ, congrats on all that's in the works and now unfolding for you in 2021 and beyond. Fuck yeah to the new chapter and new adventures of Roxy. It's like the new adventures of old Christine. Your fire, Roxy the best, Roxy number one. Yeah, happy Roxy days. With that big support, thank you, Glenn. Really appreciate it. Need it. Every dollar is going to my taxes right now. Every dollar. Chris Burke says, LA, maybe. I do love my hometown of Houston, Texas, though. I don't know if I'll be able to leave here. LOL. When you visited Houston, did you like it? I didn't really get to see much of Houston because we were in and out in like 36 hours. But from what I saw, it was great. I've never been anywhere I didn't like. Zeno said, new show idea. Alex and Molly explain Star Wars shit to Roxy. I do probably really need that because I just don't really fully get it. Just don't fully, but I love it. All right, let's talk more casting news, but moving from one Disney property to another. Thor, Love and Thunder, which every time I say it sounds like a joke title, and maybe that's the point, but it is so Love and Thunder. Sounds like a strip club, right? Thor, Love and Thunder sounds like, but that's fine. That's not the point. Russell Crowe landed a role in the sequel, and he is going to be joining this cast with Chris Hemsworth and Natalie Portman and Christian Bale, and his role is being kept under wraps, and we're hoping that this is what Deadline says. They said the hope was to surprise fans with a fun cameo when the film was revealed, but the following recent photos of Crowe hanging out with the cast all over Australia, Deadline has confirmed he's in the movie. Insiders say Crowe is one of many surprises to come out of the film, with Matt Damon also confirmed to reprise his role from Thor Ragnarok. Taika Waititi is back to direct the movie, with the plot details being kept under wraps. The film is set to be out on May 6, 2022. So in a year and a month almost, actually. I will say this. Russell Crowe being added to a cast never makes me more excited. He's not Mel Gibson to me. You know, it's not like, oh, fuck, I don't wish he was added to this. But he's a really talented actor. There was that weird anti-Semitic debacle with him back in the day, and I've heard some like asshole tendencies from him on set, just kind of being douchey. But I can't even actually quite pinpoint, and maybe he's a good guy, and maybe he's not this guy that in my mind I've kind of painted him to be, and I feel bad about that. I need more facts, but there's just something about him being added to projects where I'm just like, okay, well, there's that. It's never is Russell Crowe added. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, Russell Crowe's added. Just super duper not how I ever feel. Just, Matt Link says, so would you say you're not entertained? Are you not entertained? Yeah, I would say I'm not. I would say that would be an accurate description, but I'm super duper not entertained. So just throwing that out there, that's how I feel. All right, because I don't want to sit here and dick on Russell Crowe for too long, and I got places to go. We are getting out of here. Getting any last minute Streamlabs. Now's the time to do it. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer right here in the super chat. Also, for those of you guys who are commenting on my appearance today, I appreciate it. I put on my eye makeup because I've got this shoot that I'm doing after this. I put on a lip, and I put on earrings. And also, I'm in a very cool Chewy shirt. Yes, that was my Chewy impression. I understand that it was better than anybody else's. I'm gonna stand by that. It was really good. I know what I just did. I understand. Okay. Okay. Let's get the fuck out of here. Thank you guys for all joining me. As you already know, if you're having internet issues, blow on it. This we learned. It's just very necessary. Brett, Miles, Jonathan arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Justice for George Floyd. Let's hope that these 4 weeks bring some kind of peace and reconciliation to a situation that will never have full reconciliation. Make your bed. Hopefully you've already done it. Jake, I'm fucking talking to you. Put down the toilet seat and the lid, because the flumes, we know. Don't trend with the Holocaust. It's still Passover. Not good to trend with the Holocaust ever. But especially during Passover, like, be chill. Stay safe, stay sane. And those seem to be the ones for the days. So much love to my friends. We will be back here live at the Roxy tomorrow, where we'll be talking about whatever the fuck comes up. I don't know what we're talking about. Gosh, what do you guys think? I plan these things? See you tomorrow.